Whoa, it took. We are live. Welcome in. This is our beginning episode to the Rimworld Guide for Ideology, where we're playing with 1.6, 500% difficulty, lightly modded.
Howdy, howdy.
Yo, welcome in, Mr. Ben. Pricey boy, hello, you're bad. Go to bed, Pricey boy. So how did we come across this? I often get asked, if I've got the base game, what DLC should I add? Oh, this... We were not recording, thank you. That was huge. Good save, Mario. Welcome in. This is our beginning episode to the Ideology Guide. And the whole reason this came about was because I kept getting asked, what DLC would I recommend adding if I've just got the base game? And Ideology is the one I always recommend. Ideology will help you with pawn recruitment, mood management, and we're going to go through setting up a colony with this. We're going to play a tribal start. So for those that haven't done tribal, the nice thing about tribal is you start with 5 pawns, but you start with slower research.
Mr. Ben, hello there.
I was like, I barely slept last night.
Hey Dagoth and Chatmart 0 KHIA.
Alright, so while we get set up here, I am going to turn TTS off, just so we're not talking over while I'm setting up the guide. TTS off here. Let's go ahead and do a new colony. We're going to do a lost tribe. So the lost tribe, like I said, if you've never done it before, starts with 5 people. You'll start with poor and lack technology, and it's a difficult scenario. Fun. Wealth management is going to be important because you're going to have greater raids with 5 pawns than 3 pawns. Start off with these materials here. Don't forget to do exclamation join. That way you can have your name in the colony if you would like. And YouTubers, welcome out there. Toasty Metahertz, Flasher, welcome in. Brand new start today. We did just play against Randy. We'll play against Cassandra this time. Well, I always like to do the losing is fun, but to get to the 500%, you have to do custom. You go down here and you set losing is fun, and it sets all the defaults. These are all the things that are behind the different settings right here. And then I increase the threat from default all the way up to 500. And then we'll do the no pause challenge the way that I like to play it in commitment mode. Yesterday, you'll have to go and find out. With the pigs in space, did they make it? I don't have a seed in mind. We're just going to do Pricey Boy today. And I like to do a 275 by 275 seed. It's just one larger than the default. Keep all the factions in here. You can remove factions, so like if you didn't want insects, you can go ahead and remove that. It's doomed. I know. I know. So if you've watched my beginner's guide, you know that when you start next to the purple and the yellow, they're neutral and you can trade with them right away. These guys you cannot, but you can get them to trade with you. These guys you can never get to trade with you. So we want to be somewhere where it's good grow. My favorite place to go is Temperate Forest or Boreal Forest. No, I haven't done a Boreal Forest in a while. Why don't we do Boreal Forest? The challenge with the Boreal Forest is a 30-60 grow season. So we're going to have enough food for our tribals for the grow period. 30-60. Can we find one that's maybe 40-60? It's 25-60. It's getting worse. No. $30-60. Oh, way down here. Still 30-60. Why do you have to be so cold, Boreal Forest? Alright, I guess we're doing 30-60, guys. 30-60. Unless for some reason we can find a nice little pocket. Sometimes you can find one that's just like in a weird spot. Twitch is lagging. Anyone else getting lag? Alright. I would like to be in here with maybe 2 kinds of stone. We'll look for that. Marble limestone. Sandstone marble. There we go. That's perfect. You guys are getting lag too? The heck? What do I have doing differently? Oh, I do have one thing different. Let's see. If I turn that off midstream, I can't. How long did it take me to learn this game? The game is easy to start playing, difficult to master. It keeps freezing and unfreezing and lagging. That's for everyone. Have I tried turning it off and on again? Is there anyone where it's not lagging like that? Or is everyone lagging?
Lenzo the mechanic, can he fix it? Lenzo the mechanic.
Okay, I see skip frame. I tried doing this dual stream thing and that might be causing an issue. I'm going to turn it off. YouTube's fine. Rejoined and it got better. So I did this for the very first time, a dual stream on YouTube where it's doing the vertical for shorts, I guess. I don't know. Isn't managing so many characters difficult? No. Yes and no. Once you learn how to manage their mood, then it makes it simpler. Alright. So you can find weird pockets. I heard the question, isn't it north and south? Sometimes the game will put like one of these boreal forests somewhere and it's actually really warm. That's why I was looking. But I'm going to be okay with a 3060. It's not ideal, but we'll take it. So for those that are new to ideology, you have 2 different ways that you can go about your ideology. You can do a fluid ideology or a fixed ideology. I recommend that you do a fluid ideology as your first ideology. Like the first time I got into here, man, this was confusing. You could do a preset. These are all fixed. I don't recommend doing that for your first one because this adds a lot. Let's do a fluid, and I'm going to show you what I would recommend for like a min-max start. My understanding is these really don't matter. Pick whichever one you want. If someone wants to leave a comment and tell me how these matter, like I guess the styles do matter. They make it so that they added the way different things, like on our last run we did animalists and our guys wore like helmets that had like little lions. So you can see some of them have those styles there. Or like this one here, unlock the ritual smoke leaf circle. Smoke leaf circle, head wraps, relaxed. So I guess there are a little bit, you just hover over it, but for the most part it really doesn't do anything crazy. We'll just go yes, whatever. So here are your starting things that you get to choose from. The ones that I recommend the most are Supremists. This is really good. If you just click on it, it'll show you why. And the biggest thing for this is we don't care about corpses. It doesn't even show it here either. But you don't care about corpses, so your pawn's mood management right there is already a lot easier. Prophetizer will help you recruit people really well, but I don't recommend that necessarily right away. Human primacy is really good, because human primacy will make it so that you can do a production specialist, which helps with crafting and building and art. Also, Supremacist makes it so that you can get shooting specialists or melee specialists. Transhumanist is really good, but it requires a lot of materials to make stuff. You took my tip for around having 13 and it was great. Excellent. Yeah, 10 to 15 is the sweet spot for sure. 13 is really good. So we're going to do Supremacist today because this makes it so that when we are around corpses, we don't care. It's really, really good for that. And we're going to be adding in, we'll probably add in from Supremacist. We'll probably add in human primacy. And then maybe one random one, maybe like prophetizer or something like that. Welcome in, Christy. All right, so now we get to go in and customize this. Here's where you get the different types of like styles. And you can see we have totemic right now. And that's going to change the design for everything that's listed here. You can add in more, and they'll also add in things, but this one is the first one, and then if it didn't change anything, it will add these. I really like the hex tiles. Hex tiles are my favorite flooring now. So that's why I like adding in Techist. We can even add in another. Why don't we add in morbid? Does that add anything? Morbid tile, not really, it's not adding anything. We could add in spike core. What is that one? It's changing the way some things look, so we'll just do that. All right. I don't want to play with deities, so we're just going to remove those. Oh, we can't. I have never played with deities. So, hey, maybe I'm going to learn something. There, we got a male and a female deity. How long does it take to know the basics? The tutorial will teach you the basics. You can keep the difficulty low. And from the difficulty being low, you're going to get really small raids that you're going to be able to handle, but you're going to get situations that you're going to have to restart your colony. It's just, losing is fun in this game. My favorite part is the start of it. So precepts, we're going to do respected if guilty. These are all the things that change how your pawns get upset. So in the base game, if you have a pawn that's not wearing clothing, they get upset. We can change this to no rules. So now we're no longer upset. We get upset if we organ harvest. Organ harvest is now acceptable. Cannibalism is acceptable. Blindness we can't change. Corpses we can change because of supremacy. We don't care. Fungus we can't change with this. We're going to make it so that we're bigots, because this makes it so that when we have colonists that are all in our ideology, we get mood improvement from it. Insect meat is love. We can do very fast research speed. We can change it so that there's free love. So this way you can put pawns in a bed together. Slavery is acceptable. We don't want to do honorable, but we're going to do school spikes or desired. Scarification, can't do anything to. Nutrient paste we can't change with this meme, but as we are fluid, when we add in other things, we can change it. So here's the different roles that we're starting out with Supremacist. I don't really ever use a melee specialist. I'm just going to get rid of that. The base game or base ideology will make you have them wear particular clothing. I find that really tedious, so I always come in and I just remove it. If you want to play with that, go for it, but it's just really tedious. Here's the rituals. You've seen me do rituals if you've seen our playthroughs. We're going to remove all of them. And then I'm going to add in, for tribal, we're going to start with, ooh, you know what? We're in Boreal Forest, so it's limited trees, so I don't want to do Sky Lantern festivals. I want to do drum parties. So we're going to have to build some drums and get some cloth or some animal skins. We're going to put in 6 of them. And inside here, we're going to edit them. And what do we want? I think we want to get nearby faction goodwill to start. So we're going to try and get them allied with us. Every single time we get a successful one of these, we're going to get the nearest faction to become more favorable with us. And then since we're fluid, we can change this at a later date. I'm going to remove all of these building requirements. We're going to get rid of relics. I don't really ever go after the relics. You guys can if you want. There's cool different relics that you can go after you. Am I going to give myself a drawback? No, this is a tutorial to help people learn how to be more efficient at this. If you want to make it a challenge run, you absolutely can. Throw in some drawbacks. Give yourself some things that are, you know, make it a challenge run. Yeah, we're going influence first, and then we'll do pawns later. So if you're brand new, when you do fluid, it tells you how many points you need to reform. It takes 10 points. If you do a very successful one of these, you get 2 points. If you do successful, you get 1. So we could do all of them and then get to reform right away if we're lucky, if we have good RNG. Weapons, I like to do weapons, but I think we're going to start probably with a melee tough pawn. I don't want to do venerated animals. Preferred apparel is really good because you get to force your starting pawns to come in with whatever you want them to have. So we'll do button-down shirt, strong, and we'll give them some kind of war mask. So all of our pawns are going to start with these 2 things, and it's going to make it so that they're happier. So this is our starting ideology. No venerated animals. All right, now that we've gotten through the brute of the explanation here, we can go ahead and turn TTS on. Make sure you do exclamation join because we're going to roll for these pawns now. So I do have a mod here, which allows me to go in and set limits. And if we don't find that pawn, it just rolls right past it. So we're going to first look for a building pawn. For a building pawn, I am going to look for a pawn with a double passion and a single passion. Double passion in construction, single passion in plants. Slowpoke, brawler, night owl. No thanks. Yeah, I love the mod. It makes this part, and it shows you when you add in DLCs. This is something I didn't know for the longest time. When I played with this game, you don't see this little thing here. Once you add the DLCs, for some reason, it shows you this. It's harder to come by, and I don't want it to skip more things. And so this is going to be I'm going to make their primary job construction, but I love having building pawns that can also plant cut. One of the reasons why is when they go to build something, if it's over a tree, then they're going to cut that tree down. If they have our plant 0 or 1, it's going to take them all day. So I really like having a pawn that can construct and have a minor passion in building or planting. Sickly, tough, steadfast. If he wasn't sickly, we would take this guy in a heartbeat. This guy checks so many boxes. Let's just put him down here. So I'm always looking for a social 6. I'm always looking for a doctor. This guy is our building, planting, doctor, social pawn. But sickly means that he's going to get diseases often. Can one of my mods or VIPs turn TTS on? Lazy. Fit. Fast learning, tough. Lazy makes it so their work speed is going to be 20% less. Thank you, Linzar. So I'm going to skip this one. Man, that's another almost nearly really good pawn. Slow learner, I skip pass. Jealous, I don't care about. Jealous is fine with me. We'll take this one. This will be our first building pawn. So now I'm going to swap this, and I'm going to make it so that the planting pawn has a building minor passion. Eagle, welcome in. Kind, psychically hypersensitive, slow learner. Teetotaling psychopath, no. Iron-willed is solid. So we have our building pawn now. Okay, next we need... Let's go with...
What kind of ideology are you doing?
You just missed it. We just set it up. We're doing fluid. And we're doing supremacist. So I would like just a pawn that's a doctor. And then we'll whatever else they come with.
Hypersensitivity? Slow learner? Oh,
Great memory. Plants. Oh man, here's another solid... Here's our doctor. Now we need a social pawn.
Hello, my friend.
And you know what? I would like a social pawn that is also a mining. Maybe we'll want crafter. Haven't gone for a cook. I'm actually fine never having a cook anymore. I used to always prioritize having a cook, but now I don't. You know what? Let's go for a cook.
Daggett to hay.
Yo, Abalans, welcome in. Trigger happy wimp. So a lot of people see wimp as a bad thing. I don't see wimp as a bad thing. I'm gonna take them. If they get a paper cut though, they're gonna be downed. So last thing I want is a crafting pawn. And we did have one pawn that has some mining. Oh, okay, we already have, yeah, right here. So I want a tough pawn. Wait, am I saying I need a tough crafting pawn? Let's see if it's possible. I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot here, making this a difficult one. But we'll try it. So I want a passion in crafting. And I want them to be tough. So if I want to add in a trait, I go here and I do tough. It's not very smart making our crafter our tough pawn, but whatever. Lancer Bricks, thank you for the hydrate. Alright, we found it. So now we need to roll for our 5 pawns. Can I get one of my VIPs or one of my mods to do exclamation pull? We need 5 of them. Masa is our first. Care for Kittens, second. Oh, Care made it in twice. No, we're gonna skip that. That's amazing, Care. All right, we got D. D is our doctor. 2, 3. I'm just gonna put all the D's in there and 2 E's. There. I think we need one more after we just got Architect Ox. Social
Interesting. In my royalty only playthrough, that rolls counter disappeared. But is in my other playthroughs.
Kenneth Yates.
In rolls, huh? Yo, Kenneth, welcome in. Alright, I think we got all of our polls, so thank you for doing that. That's M. Gabrielle. So I put the S in front of our social pawn, I put the doctor in front of our doctor, and our tough pawn is going to get all uppercase. Because he's tough. There's our starting 5. Let's go. So, when we hop into this place, we need to get food going right away. We'll get drugs going right away. We need to get some sort of
This run gonna keep to specific
building.
Xenos only to recruit.
This one doesn't have xenotypes. We're playing without biotech. But a good question. And one that has already been asked.
Haven't caught up with the stream yet. So what's the premise of this run?
This is a guide to ideology. So for those that don't know, one of the most common questions I get is, hey Daggett, I've been playing Rimworld for a while, and I'd like to add in a DLC. Which DLC do you recommend? And the answer I always give is ideology, because it really helps with pawn recruitment and pawn management. So we're doing that right now. We've got the base game with ideology only.
Okay.
Alright, so we want to be in the center of the map. We also want to be able to see where we can build. Yo, thank you for the sub. We're going to go right here. And you guys know me, I like my 25 by 25. So we're going to utilize this right here. 25 by 25. And we're going to chop, chop, chop. So when you're tribal, you start with 3 animals, which again, add raid points. Philip, thank you for using your Prime sub here. Appreciate it, man. Means a lot. Over 13 down. Up 13 up over. I'm feeling pretty good.
Subscription fill out deluxe.
I do have an unfortunate thing going on today. Diago is not doing well, so right after stream I'm going to be taking him to the vet. He's had a rough couple of days.
5 says I disagree. If you like a horror movie, Anomaly is better.
Anomaly's my favorite DLC,
Right away.
but I don't recommend Anomaly for the beginner player unless they want a challenge. All right, so we already got a table. Do we have any fertile soil near us? Nope. I'm just gonna make this the kitchen area over there then. And we're gonna deconstruct some stuff that's in our base. Now, I'm not gonna claim these, but we're gonna use those.
I've been only here since yesterday, so I don't know who Diogo is, but I hope everything's gonna be alright.
Diogo is the channel dog. We also have a channel cat, who's Goose. That one's right where we want it, so we're gonna take that. What happened to the pigs?
What happened to the pigs?
Gotta watch, man. Go to yesterday's VOD. I don't want to spoil it. So we can either build with trees or we can use some of these stones that we're getting right now. So we're gonna go with some of the stone.
And everyone is goddamn pink.
They're in their pink. Okay, so I like to prioritize who's our best shooting to the right. Obviously, Gabrielle's going to be our melee. We have no real good shooting pawns in this colony. We have a 3 and a 2. That's okay. What animals do we have? I like having a donkey. I'm going to get rid of Yumiko.
Madicurt7228 says RIP pigs.
Wait, what do you mean?
Classic tribal colors.
No, the pigs aren't dead. Maybe. So I'm going to set this to low, and then I'm going to do another one of those, and I'm going to set that to higher priority. Preferred, clear all. This is all raw resources. So think trees and other things that don't go bad, except trees do just very, very slowly. And now we can start working on our work tab. We'll make everyone do the wardening. We have our cooks cook. Everyone will hunt, except for our melee pawn. Our best construction builder, I want you construction, and then you guys will do that secondary. And everyone crafts, everyone researches. Alright, there's that. Schedule. We're gonna do 2 hours of rec before we go to bed. We also go in here to our quest, change the reward preferences. They only give us monetary rewards. I go in here and I adjust the default so that we give everyone just healing. And then we do the same thing here.
Everyone fights. Nobody quits.
Why are you already taking a break? Come on. Get to work. Alright, Care, where is your weapon? They're down here. We started with a legendary auto...
Which DLCS we have on?
It's just the ideology. We started with a legendary auto pistol. I'm guessing that's for our trigger happy pawn. But Care's gonna get to use it. Alright, so we need some doors.
Is this gonna be a YouTube series?
It is already a YouTube series. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. And for those that didn't know, I have a ton of series out there on YouTube. They're just in the live section.
Yes, my lord.
Yo, what up, Goose?
7228 says, just a bunch of tribals with legendary pistol.
Yep. That's it. Gabrielle, why don't you carry our melee weapon? We don't have any beds, that's fine. 3, 4, 5. We don't have any recreation set up yet. Game of will go here. Furniture, we need some stools. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Missing one there. So I'm not too concerned about them sleeping outside. When I first started playing this game, I was super concerned. They start already with this very low expectation and initial optimism. So we are going to need to do either, so we have to plan. We can either do all stone walls just by removing walls that are nearby.
How long abouts does initial low expectations last?
10 days? It shows right in here. Well, 8 days. Initial optimism, 8 days. The low expectations is tied to your wealth. So as your wealth goes up, this reduces. So it's another reason to wealth manage. All right, so you're looking for stuff to do. We need to start planting, right? We also need to get the meat made. We can make a stove.
Makes a lot more sense why my mid-game is always terrible.
Yep. It's just one of those things the game doesn't explicitly tell you. Lots of those things. Alright, hold off on building these. They're deconstructing and then running back. I don't like that. We're going to use some of these materials from nearby places. You grab a bow. Hey, we got an animal right there. Bring that back. We also have to watch out for the bear. Watch, he's going to attack us right now as I say that. So what we could do is make a little temporary thing inside. And that might be smarter than doing what I'm doing right now. We also need a butchering table. How long do we have? 1.1 day, so it should be okay. We're gonna set up our mills to do fine and simple meals, and we're allowed human. I think I did that. We're cannibals, right? Let's double check. Acceptable. So I have these. This is a mod that I'm using called KV Save Storage, which makes it so I don't have to go in and create these each time. But I do want 3 meals per pawn, so that's 15. And we want our best cook doing it. Now we're going to be cooking outdoors, so there's a chance for food poison while we're doing that. But we're out of pemmican, so we need to get food going. We have any steel yet? We don't. So I'm going to make a butchering spot until we can get that done. Oh, we don't even need steel. Never mind. Get one of our builders to make that right away. Butcher creatures. Alright, now we're in business.
Toastie_toast3 says, what is the most important staring room?
When you say staring room, what do you mean? I don't like this bear that close to us. Alright, Moss is coming back. We're going to get him a bow.
Toastie_toast3 says starting.
What is the most important starting room? I like barracks. So I'm making a 25 by 25 barracks room. And we have all this stone now, so we're going to allow them to come back.
Medicurt7228 says, bathroom.
The bathroom is pretty important. So we're going to make a cluster of different rooms. We have some granite. We also need doors. So soon we'll have this enclosed. That'll make us feel better about this bear that's walking around right here. And a wolf. We need another weapon for you. I don't like the pilas, but we're going to go with it right now. We already have a visitor coming. Just heard an animal get eaten. That's great. That means the bear's not going to eat us. So we need to get 2 columns made. We'll use the sandstone for that. And this will support our roof. So in Rimworld, the biggest room you can make is a 13 by 13 that doesn't need support in the middle of it. We're made at 25 by 25. So we need to support our building. And why don't you just finish making this, guys? And then we can have a nice little closed-in room. Perfect. We have a barracks now. Now we'll add this into our home zone. We have a little rat in here that can get eaten by us. This is shooting practice. We already have the ability to trade stuff to this person that we don't want. So let's get our best trading pawn to come over here. And they don't really want anything from us, but we'll buy their medicine. We'll change our silver into that. And we can grab packaged survival meals.
Not 14 by 14. IIRC. Wall support roof 6 tiles away.
Not 14 by 14, 13 by 13. So now we will go ahead and build roof. And then once we get this room, then we're going to start out with getting this room filled so that people don't come and destroy our butchering table. And then we'll build out this room here as our fighting area. We have enough slates to get this going. He gave us synthread face mask and a cloth head wrap. I don't think he likes our masks. We're gonna need a lot more food than this. The nice thing about this tile though is we'll have a free refrigerator. Tribals also start out with the ability to brew psychite, so I recommend getting that going pretty quickly. Smoke leaf is also really good to get going.
7228 says 14 by 14 is definitely the biggest room possible, but no one builds it because it's not symmetrical.
Did the bet win yesterday?
I'll have to double check that. I could be wrong. I thought it's up to 6 tiles away.
23 says the everything under a roof room that turns into a rec room.
So we need lighting in here.
Gives lovely do symmetry, winky face.
Door.
Ian's posting says, what's the best way to fix a poor kitchen to prevent food poisoning for beginners?
Make it big. Look at this room. This room is filthy. We haven't even started cleaning, but the room is not going to give us food poison. So put it in a really big room. It's not very obvious, but the way that the game works, if we had a small room here, this would be dirty and we'd be getting food poison right now. But since it's a 25 by 25, it takes the dirtiness of the room and it divides it by the large, like the size of your room. So the easiest thing to mitigate for a beginner is just put your kitchen in a really large room. We're getting a negative 20% productivity, but it's really clean. Well, it's not really clean in here. It's literally dirt with dirt everywhere. Now, one thing I like to do to make it easier for our cooks is I like to make these little spots for them. So they're going to store the meat there. They're going to store the veggies here. And then I like for our meals to be right here. Except for package survival. So then they don't have to move things. I'll even do this right now. Once we have a fridge, I'll make it so it's only a single spot. The room is still just very dirty, but it has to be worse than -2 to get the food poison. And now they're cleaning up. Mad Squirrel.
Says, I thought a small room would be less total filth because less places for filth to go.
I know. The more you know, the more you know. This is a shooting opportunity. We put our tough pawn in the front. Got him. All right. Now we're going to work for defensive. I'm going to use sand or granite. That's fine. Granite's actually pretty strong. So the very first raid Cassandra is going to send us is a single raider. Oh my goodness. Carr is... Yep. He's performing for you guys right now. so we have enough to make some drums. And this is part of ideology. It takes 50 wood, 30 of some kind of leather. So we can do wolf skin.
Beans posting says, what's a good way to make money?
Drugs.
Only sell organs, or take
Organs are great.
animals to sell.
That's also good too, but the best thing I've found is making clothing. So dusters, or if you have royalty, corsets or vests. Yo, goatee, I know, he's always judging. But drugs are really, really good. So we've got Psychite out there. I also want to get Smoke Leaf, and this is more for us. And then we want to get clothing. I'm going to do a patch here for cloth. Cotton.
If that's not cat judgment, I don't know what is.
And we're going to need more food than this. Also, we're going to store our food in here now. So I'm going to set this one above the inside, which is going to be normal and food. Except we don't need package survivals in there. This will be our fridge later. Sandstone. All right, let's get some sandstone going. Okay, and we can set this to be in our home zone now too.
Goliath Online 69 says organ harvesting and cannibalism are very strong, especially early game.
Yep. New lovers, Gabrielle and Ox. So unfortunately, we can't get children. Or fortunately, whatever your opinion is on that. So Ox and Gabrielle, but what we really like for this is that's going to be a mood improvement. Brazzy, yo, welcome in, dude. You were here. So we are all out of granite now. We're going to need to go and remove that right there. Ooh, we need a name. So what should we call our faction? And what should we call this tile? Who's creative out there with the names?
Beans posting says, if I have a pawn which has go juice addiction, how often should I give them go juice?
Don't. Make it so they can't get go juice. You want them to get over the addiction. And you want to make smoke leaf available to them. When their mood gets low, they'll take this smoke leaf and pass out.
The Commonwealth of Dagnites.
If you allow them to keep on taking go juice, they're going to have health issues. They start getting a resistance to it. And you don't want that.
Pepper Empire.
You can also anesthetize them continuously over and over again, so that they are sleeping while they're with it. You can make them a prisoner and they'll have breakdowns, but then they might die. The Great Pepper Empire, the Commonwealth of Dagnites.
Kenneth VIII, 1725 says Catholic cannibals.
Catholic cannibals. Pinkerton. Let's go with that. But we need a faction name. Pepto-Bismol.
Eat the pig.
Eat the pig. Oh my goodness. All right. And we're getting a soothe. So we need a lot more rice.
Car's judgment.
The car's judgment could have worked too. So I have 25 more sandstone that I can do. 5. And then we'll do the rest with the slate. Oh, heck yeah, we got our drum made. We need plain leather, not light leather. So this is going to allow us to do the ideology stuff. You have to put down a ritual spot, and now we can go down here and we can bang on our drum. We need a campfire. So that's under temperature. What's the temperature in here? It's warm. So maybe we want our drums outside for now. Maybe that's a winter activity, having them inside. So one trick that I like to do if I put campfire outside is you want to put a roof over it, because the rain will make it so that the fuel will get burnt out. I made this wrong. No, that's gonna bother me. Hold on, we'll fix it. There should be a gap here. Not there. Okay, that's not too bad. Not too bad of a mess up.
Wait, why the water looks funky?
Oh yeah, the water looks funky right now because I have this on. This is an overlay that shows me where I can't build, and I did that right off the bat and I just left it there. This actually doesn't have any spots that I can't build on. So it's a pretty good tile right now. Oh, he's laying there.
It makes water look more watery.
Yeah.
Tricks for the eyeballs.
Our mood management's doing just fine right now. We do have a psychic soothe going though.
Daggett, I looked into the 13 by 13 tiles, and why not 14 by 14?
I think the main reason is things like doors.
Probably. I probably just had it in my head to do 13 by 13, but I'm glad that you guys made me aware that I was mistaken. "14 by 14 is the largest structure you can make.
But also that the center tiles do still have double support. Tribe not called the pink punk?
No. You missed it. You missed your opportunity.
I do 13 by 13. I hate offset doors.
You're not alone. Alright, we're going to add this to our home zone now too. We'll get this cleaned up. Oh man, we still don't have this built here. Come on guys, build it.
I'm on the bike, I can't type.
No worries, don't type. Focus. Focus on your bike.
I like placing door in the very corner of the room sometimes.
And that's what most people who do larger rooms do. They use 13 by 13 too.
That's what I've done ever since I've started. Right there.
Cool black walls.
Yeah, the slate. Alright, we're getting our first raid. They're going to prepare and then attack. If they're really good, we can consider taking them. So they're a decent crafter. They're actually a really good crafter. So this might be the case where we want to grab them. And so what we would want to do is we would want to shoot them at least once. See if we can wound them. If you get them shot once, then you could just let them run around until they fall down. Hit him. 13 hours, perfect. That's good. He's gonna go sling back. Where did we hit him? In the liver. Rough. So now we can make home zones.
Pink.
That's true, he is not pink. So he's assaulting us now. We can just have Gabriel let him run around. Everyone else go inside. And I'm gonna set a home zone. Or a regular zone rather. For inside.
No more beer for him.
Wolf_medic says throw tables at them so they get sad after eating without a table.
Yeah. Alright, everyone gets scheduled to inside. That means they're going to do work inside. This guy is moving at slower speed than Gabriel. So Gabriel's just going to kite him. We are low on food. We're low on food. I think we just eat this guy. We'll find more pawns later. But you get the idea. If you want to keep him, just let him run around after one pawn. But there's food for us. And the nice thing about ideology is our pawns don't get upset about seeing a corpse. And we're going to be able to cook him. Missing one corpse. Oh, we're stuck inside.
With the tint off, it's even funkier green.
Yeah. That's the cool tile. Like, I really like the way these trees look.
Morning.
Yo, morning. How you doing, Spaceman? It did. It went from friend to meal. I looked at how much food we have, and I don't want to support another thing right now.
Very well, thanks. Hope you're doing good, Chief.
I am, thank you. There we go. Now we just ate human meat. And are we upset about it? Nope. We're not upset. But we do need to start thinking about more food. And we need to make more grow area. And it's going to be too late for corn, so we're just going to go rice. And then we want to start getting some security set up. So some spike traps. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start getting a research room going.
Rice, rice, baby. Growing
Dun,
hops
dun,
was
dun, dun, dun,
tempting.
dun. I'm not the biggest beer fan just by how long it takes to make, and it makes your pawns want to fight each other. I like Psychite tea a lot.
Staying tribal or Jenna build the biggest, shiniest glitter city?
You know, this is kind of like a guide to ideology. So we will probably get a pretty solid base like our pig base.
One-legged pawns like beer.
I can't disagree. Yep, because of the hops. Nailed it. Now we're filling in the corners. And then next we're going to build a research room. Don't have a whole lot of stone to do it though. Any more flooring nearby? Yeah, let's get rid of that flooring.
I'm starting to get used to using Yeo for emergency mood buff for raids and stuff.
Yeah, it's good to
For
have.
the question, I missed the openings of this.
What was the question? Oh, your question before this. No worries. So, deconstruct. Why am I not seeing it? It's in front of my face. There. Alright, Fox, don't attack us.
Keep asking for what's this run gonna be about.
Yeah, what's this run gonna be about? When are you gonna get your first advanced component? And I made a roof there, but I don't have a roof here, so we need a roof there now. And we can do our first ideology event. Let's do it. Boom, it's fun. So we gained 10 goodwill. Everyone in the that participates gets +8 mood for 6 days.
Toasty_toast3 says, is there a way to force them to eat at a table because they'll just stand next to the chair and eat before getting sad? Or they'll run to the other side of the map to the table the special pawns have.
They don't know pathing, they only know the location of the table to them. And I don't know the number, but it's like 13 or something like that. And if they're further than that, then they'll not eat at the table. So you just, if you have them carrying around meals, you need to have tables scattered about. And I do that eventually once we get a compound set up, but we don't have one yet. Now we are super low on food, so we're gonna go ahead and harvest this rice early.
We love those.
Nardjummer6422 says, is the rice field a courtyard?
Yes, it is. It's our protection. And in fact, I'm gonna leave this door open. That way when a raid comes in, they'll lock onto our ponds instead of going and burning our crops. This will also bring in animals to us if they find our meals.
Can I invite allies to came in or visitors to do rituals or that sort of thing with them?
Not that I'm aware of. Maybe there's a mod for that.
Nice how you kept that car wrecked near the campfire, and they say man can't decorate.
Yeah. It is pretty classic. That actually might be enough for now. I'm going to leave the rest of the flooring there. No. Ooh, that's 30 steel. So I wanted to build out a nice long room so that we can put these benches behind it.
EpicJYT says, for a 62-minute stream, you made a lot of progress.
Thanks, man. And we're getting raided. Yo, Crundle, welcome in.
1733 just traded with 18 viewers.
And welcome in, raiders. Welcome to our Rimworld. We're doing a guide to one of the DLCs that I recommend people add first, which is the Ideology DLC. Thank you for the shout out, Linzar.
You're coming for him?
I'm Do not come.
Yo, welcome in, Marty.
I'm eating a banana. Get out of here, Magic Man. Who put that frog there?
Busy. Somebody with taste.
Goddamn frogs. He's gaslighting me. He's gaslighting me. You're gonna live across the river? You're gonna leave me here with him?
She doesn't like the way we smell.
What do you mean? I picked my house before you picked this one.
Crundle, dude, thank you for subs. 3 months, dude.
Oh, it's very...
I mean, I don't mind picking a house next door.
Dude, appreciate it so much. Your clips. You know, clips can definitely be wild. You never know what chat's gonna clip. Oh, we've got a performer over there again. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you're doing well. If you guys aren't following Crundle, please give him a follow. Question for you. How was your Project Zomboid run? This is where Arcanexus comes from, yes. Although I don't think I'm going to do the Arcanexus ending on this playthrough. Alright, we're going to build one bench for each pawn. Warren server at the moment. Yeah, I need to get back over there. I only did the initial day one so far. TTS on. You think this biome would be good? I don't know about this biome being good for that. I just like it because it's pretty. And we're getting some loving. That helps with mood.
Dagoth, Wiki says 31 tiles max away from a table to use
Thank you. Thank you for looking into that. Yeah, that is really pretty.
Ending would be fitting.
I don't know, it's just not my favorite one to do. I mean, maybe we could. It just... no, maybe we could. I'm still thinking about it. Haven't decided yet. Where are you going, Care? Oh, Care, you're going to do that single one.
Yeah, we had some growing pains, but a lot got cleared up with
Alright, time for research. So what do we want to research first? Furniture. We want to get beds going.
Arcanexus is 3 colonies ending.
Yeah.
Dryads says, what ideology are we, if you mind showing us?
I don't mind showing you. Give me 1 second. I'll show you. I want to get this granite going. So the ideology that we chose is Supremacist. We're doing a fluid ideology, and here's all the presets. So we did min-maxi. I'm showing kind of how to do it or make it so that it's easier for your playthroughs.
Take care, friends. I need to run.
Grundle, thank you for the raid. Thank you for the sub.
Thank you.
And we have more that we can go down. And then we'll do
His name
this
is
one.
Trundle, but now he's going, so off you trundle.
Without even looking, I know that's what Lin's are. Nice, dude. So we have our nice little research room now. We're gonna get this stuff hauled out. And then I'm probably going to floor this room because it'll help with research speed. Right now it's 42% because it's outdoors and dirty. You got the goose. Care, welcome in. Care, you also, believe it or not, Care, your name got pulled twice. Your YouTube one and your Twitch one got pulled. So you may want to add yourself back into the pool again. You are our iron-willed pawn. I can't do concrete yet. Tribals can't do concrete flooring. So we can do like the hex tile, which is going to add wealth, or we're going to do wood or straw. I'm going to do wood just because we have extra wood. But I'm also going to cut this room off like this because I don't want to have to floor extra room. Female this time. Believe it or not.
Yay!
Yeah.
Dargor Yo thoughts about inviting neighbor allies for rituals.
I don't know how you would do that. Must be a mod.
Goose is looking extra regal today.
And they come in periodically for pilgrimage.
Yeah, that's got to be a mod.
IULast99 says, join.
You in on both sides, buddy.
Goose is back there judging Dagoth's play.
He's my slave driver. Alright, I don't need more steel right now. We don't want extra wealth. We do need a few more walls made though.
Epic JYT says, join. No, I mean, what's your thoughts about that? Is it good for base ideologies DLC?
Now chances are double to populate a grave with my name.
Daggett Takar.
I don't really like the way that the AI computer works for bases, so I don't really like it. They'd probably mess up, like, they'd come at a time where you're getting raided and they'd open doors or something like that. Yo, Nightmare, welcome in. Alright, so we're going to put flooring down because this is now 70%. So with wood floors...
Tip request: what is the first thing you do in naked brutality?
Food. Food, then shelter. Boom. So now we're researching at 74%. $75. Hey, he left us. Wait, that wasn't Pricey Boy? Weagle, you're bad. Go to your room. Go to your room, Weagle. Bad. No chopper. Pilgrimage is part of ideology. You need a relic. Yeah, do they come and take part in your stuff though? So this is exactly what we want. We want all of our pawns researching. We haven't made this room look nice, but our moods are doing well. We're almost done with our first research project. Boom, complex furniture done. So what do we want next? Complex clothing so we can get parkas going. But now we can make beds. If I can find them. And we'll just keep them up over here for now.
Dagger, why do pawns do anything else than construction? I had my runs end cause of hypothermia.
Why do they do anything besides construction? It's got to be the way that you had it set up in here. They do everything here before construction unless you do manual.
Job's done.
Alright, so our couple gets that one first. Ox and Gabrielle. Gabrielle, Ox. And then everyone else gets the other ones. And these are going to be better than those, so I'm not even going to worry about the quality of them for now. They're all good and normal though, so that's perfect. And we could do some more of these. And we're getting our neighbors to like us more. Let's see, who is the faction that we're getting? These guys. So, you know what? Let's just crank out the rest of them. Let him sleep a little bit. Let him get some lovin'. And then we're gonna let him... Oh, more lovin'. Wake up, sleepyheads. Go get some food. And then we're gonna do another ritual. Mood is through the roof. This is also wealth management, because every single time they're doing this, they're getting rid of wood. And wood is worth $1.20 per piece. Wait. Don't do it from there. Do it from here. And we're already at 6 points, so we're not going to get to 10 from this batch.
Mother gets rid of wood.
Truth. I'm going to leave this door open, that way they don't need to pass through in and out. Creativity for Care. So Care is decently at construction, so I'm going to have Care make a double bed.
Do they? This is not Lantern Festival.
Yeah.
Excellent. Gabrielle and Ox. Do they what? Oh, you're right. Nope, you're right. That was false. Thank you for fact checking me. We're not getting rid of wood. But Loving does get rid of wood.
They are so excited they have wood, and on that piece of wood is the agenda for the day.
Dignified Hobo, welcome in. So we used Care's ability to make the quality of the item that she made 2 times better. She makes an excellent bed. So that means she made a normal bed. But we'll take excellent. Excellent is really good for us. Mood is through the roof on everyone.
Speaking about chopper, why elsewhere chopper referred to flying transport while American chopper referred to another thing?
Inspired recruitment. Man, American words or English words have so many different meanings.
Since I joined late in stream, does Dago use Xenotype Editor?
Xenotype editor? I have. But this one we are not playing with biotech, so there are no xenotypes. This run only has ideology. Base game plus ideology.
What's your fav DLC from Rimworld? Also, have you tried Star Sector?
Anomaly is my favorite DLC, but ideology is what I recommend to those that are playing with the base game and want to add in a DLC. And I've never tried Star Sector. Welcome in. Frodo Baggins, how are you today? Look at him just crushing research.
We can already answer his fate by heartbeat at this rate.
Yep. And I have seen a lot of you guys starting to play Anomaly and really enjoying it. I don't like having a wolf chilling right by us, so we're going to shoot at it. And we're going to put Gabriel in front. That way he can dance if it comes after us. Got him.
I have all DLCS but Anomaly. LOL.
Anomaly is my favorite. It's so good. Adds so many things. The threats are excellent that it adds.
That's your colony right now.
Oh my goodness, look at all these. This guy's almost dead. Let's hunt him. Oh, there's another bear right here. Alright, stay together. Alright, he's laying on the ground. Just punch him. Oh, there's another one. There are so many predators on this map. Holy moly. So one of the things that these guys... By Nights. Welcome in. One of these things that they're going to be upset about is we don't have a moral guide. Our mood is so good that it's okay that we don't have one right now, but we do want to get one added. There's also a leader that we can make. He was, he had really bad blood loss, so that's why I went out there right now for him. Oh, it's rotting. We're gonna put the rotting corpses over here.
Darger, since you tribalistic this time. Be proper tribal that loot and pillage thy neighbors for supplies, weapons, and tech.
Nuh-uh. We're researching.
Blissful ignorance.
Drake, how you doing?
Minimum distance for them to not be affected by seeing a corpse.
There is, I don't know it off the top of my head, but we're playing with ideology and we don't care about corpses. Corpses don't care. So that's one of the perks. That one's rotten, we're not grabbing that. Wait. I want this to be rotten, not fresh. There we go. That's better.
I always have the most beautiful base, and then my pawns are upset because the environment is unsightly.
Make statues and place them around different places. Alright, so here's a bear near us. Let's go take care of it. Gabrielle's gonna be Vanguard. Like, I didn't sign up for this. Whoa, what a shot. Kare's auto pistol bullet shot the grizzly's brain. Man, Kare, you're a demon.
Yummy food.
Our wealth is going to go through the roof here in a minute when we get all this rice. So something I'm going to do right now is we're going to get rid of all the flooring on the map.
Poor animals.
This will help reduce the wealth on the tile. So watch our wealth. We're at 21,000 right now. Oh, okay. Now the rice is going to come in.
But your name, Care for Kittens, not Care Bears.
All right, we need to shoot this guy as a team. Come here, Yak. Care, do your thing. Got him. We're out of wood, so we're not going to be able to make any more meals. Not that we need to right now. But
There was my original gaming name. Changed it when I fostered kittens. Tongue sticking out here.
nice. Yeah, we do want to change a pawn to become... I actually don't have a reason to do it yet. So when you make a pawn a moral guide, everyone's mood, they're going to lose the debuff. But right now we're so happy that it doesn't matter. But when your pawn becomes a leader, a moral guide, a production specialist, shooting specialist, their expectations go up. I believe it goes up by 2. So be careful when you do it for that reason. You want to make sure you don't give it to like a pawn that's depressive or something like that. Or you want to be able to manage their mood if you do.
What them on about?
Get rid of that flooring. Let's go. I'm going to let them just not even bring in the stone right now. We're going to set everyone to Hall 4. So they don't come out and grab this stuff. We're getting raided. Alright, let's see what we get. Kind of raid. They're going to prepare. Perfect, so we have time. So I'm going to create a new zone called Work. I'm going to put it right around our base. Put everyone in that.
It's a beta mod on the workshop. I don't want to give out the name because it feels like self-promo.
Oh, I want... Promote yourself here, guys. I'm all about promoting.
Why did your wealth go up? It was 21,260.
Rice. This is why I highly recommend only producing what you need. So rice is causing us to go up right now. Each thing of rice costs $1. We have 1,000 rice now.
Don't follow that horrible streamer lends a run, the laughing face.
But it's basically adds emerging culture to your world, factions, and stuff have enhanced memory and your pawns develop over time.
At Starprick_starfish.
Alright, so we have 3 raiders up there, 4 down there. I don't see any others. It is important to always check the corners when they walk in like this. As soon as they start raiding, we're going to get into our defensive positions. I do want someone to put that on... Are you plant? No.
Well, we appreciate community that keeps the game alive. Modders among the main individuals in this criteria.
Yeah, there we go. I wanted the light there because we are better shooters when we're in light. I don't even think we're going to need to combat, though. I'm pretty sure our traps are going to do the job for us. Also, this music is really loud. Is it really loud for you guys right now, too? Alright, here they come. We're going to put everyone inside. I want to make sure that there's a doorway for everyone to see us. Oh, there is a rock. Good call. That could have been the game ender. Oh, they're going to try and punch through this door. Do I have someone that can get over there? Help. Repair. They're lighting fires. Little punks. That's fine. We have thunderstorm. It's dry, so a regular thunderstorm will probably come soon. Brock is a tank. Brock just brought us... Oh, it's bi-coded. Alright, we want our shooters here. Yikes, alright. So they broke through that, so now we're gonna come here.
Well, there's Rock in the name Brock.
He hit his buddy. Alright, they're leaving.
Hello. I came from your TikTok.
Yo, welcome in. You're coming in the regular way, so we're gonna stop you right here. Alright, we win. And now we got meat. And let's see, is this guy any good? Pessimist too smart. Nah. And we're gonna get rid of the fire here. And I need to get that door rebuilt. And I need to take them off of inside. Masa needs to get tended to soon. But I want this cloth. This will be important for winter. And hopefully we're going to get rain here soon. We got another auto pistol. And tend Gabriel. I like how they just step over him. Are you any good? Pessimist too smart. Underground or abrasive? No thanks. If this picks up, we'll go and put the fire out. But we're just going to let him sleep. So we had that one hiccup right there because we had the door. So it is important to door check all the time. It is so easy to lose a colony because of that. T-Back, welcome in. Thanks for finding us. Alright, let's go. Care. So first I'm going to make sure they get this door built. We are playing against Cassandra.
I haven't seen him on Whitey's shorts yet. I recently started playing Rimworld and been so addicted.
It's so good. I want that door built. We're playing against Cassandra though, so we don't have a risk of a raid coming right yet. Rimworld is so good at making the time fly by. In fact, it's already an hour and 30 minutes into streaming, and it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, Dago is the gateway drug.
Yikes. When you put it that way. Alright, I don't want this clothing in here anymore. I want the clothing out here. So we're going to put apparel there. It is tainted. That's wealth management. The meat's going bad. And then we actually need to assign them a policy so they don't wear tainted clothing. And we're just going to load in our policy that I like to use, which is 51% or better quality. Because once they get to 50 or below, they get a mood debuff for wearing tattered apparel. And then we also make it so they can't wear tainted. I'm going to make this our range policy. And then I duplicate... Well, I could duplicate that, or I load in as new our melee policy. And the only difference here is in the melee policy, they can only wear a shield belt. So for our melee pawn, Gabrielle, they're going to get the melee policy. How dirty is our room? Look at all that blood. So the question came in very early on. How do I keep my kitchen clean so we don't get food poison? Well, this room is extremely dirty. It's in dirt, but we can't get food poison because we're in a huge room. So do that whenever you can. Put it in a huge room. I'm going to get rid of the flooring. The flooring here, it's counterintuitive, but it makes it dirtier. Because when a pawn walks from dirt to a tile, they transfer dirt, and every single time they're walking back and forth, they're just making it dirty. We need that wood. I'm going to stop them from sewing. Teeny, thanks for saying hi.
I forgot to say hi. So
hello.
Hello, Daggeth and chat.
Hello. I need to make sure I've got everything in the home zone, so I'm missing this stuff. I also no longer need that big patch out there in the home zone because I don't want them running out there to clean that, wasting our time. Hello. Rejected proposal. Oh no. They're going to be unhappy.
Ola.
Gabrielle. Negative 18 for 25 days. You guys are still in a relationship though, for now. You still really like each other. It was just a bad timing.
Ditto know you can sell drum to like every trader?
I've never tried to sell drums. Wow. I had no idea. They're actually adding some wealth to us. 126 to 153 or something like that. Just like that. We are stocked. Now we're having a party. Ox is throwing a party. So Ox just refused Gabrielle's proposal, and then Ox is like, let's throw a party. How does Ox even know what boots are?
Dyslexic Walter White creates drum business.
And we're getting a raid. They're preparing, and then they're going to attack.
Not need a bulk good to sell leather, just need to make drum.
All right. So we're going to learn from our last time, right? We're going to make sure all the doors are okay. All the doors are good. We're gonna put everyone into work area. You know what? I'm gonna put everyone inside. And we need to include this in our inside now. And I also need to build a wall there at some point. So when these raiders come, they'll have a path into our base. This door's open, that's open, this door is open, every door is open. So they should lock right onto our pawns and not destroy our crops. There might be one outlier that does go after the crops though. Complex clothing.
Immediate downsides to starting Anomaly, interacting with the monolith.
I actually prefer, so if you're new to Anomaly, I prefer getting the interacting to the monolith as soon as you get like a little base built, like something like this. Something that you can fight off the site stealers, because then you get anomaly raids that are way more manageable. Like you'll get some of the things that are really, really bad to deal with later on when they're max raid size. You get them and they're very, very small and easy to manage.
Anomalies raiding.
Here they come. 7. Alright, come here, troops. Gabrielle, you're right in the front. The rest of you, I want you to shoot them. What kind of weapons do you guys have? They don't have any powerful weapons. Kara, I want you in the doorway.
Small raid, so also easier to capture.
Plunk, plunk. Roll down. Plunk, plunk. You only need to beat 40 to 70% of the raid for them to give up. Gone. This guy any good? Jogger super immune. That is a really good pawn.
Maul is 3 raider lives you.
Alright, I'm actually going to move him here. I don't know why I put him there. Make a bed for him. We'll actually make him a decent room.
3 raiders with Doomsday Launcher each.
Damn, okay, my wealth is already 300k. Let's hope they don't mess me up too.
Oh my goodness. That's not early on. That's for sure. But here's the cool thing. If you die, you get to start a new colony. Yo, welcome in. Good hunting on this run. Are these tribal? Yes. That trap tunnel, you've seen some people make a line of fences at the top. Could you explain why? So the idea with the fences is to force them to go through the traps, but the way that the pawns work is they try and stay to the wall. So you don't need the extra fences, it's extra material. It used to be that when you had a fence here and a trap here, your pawns would do this little diagonal shuffle. They removed that at 1.6. So what you're seeing is a relic of pre 1.6 where pawns would path through it without going over the fence. Every single time a pawn jumps over a fence, it slows them down. You wouldn't see a long continuous line of fencing because they would slow over the first fence and then, let me just show you. So if I put a line of fences like this, the first fence they would slow down and then they'd run on top of the fence at regular speed. So what you would commonly see is people doing something like this, where the fences would be spaced out. They would slow down faster, slow down faster, because I want my pawns to be able to run through the trap tunnel. If I didn't do it too wide, if this trap got destroyed and this trap wasn't destroyed and this trap wasn't destroyed, our pawn's going to run over the trap. And every single time your pawns run over a trap, there's a chance that they can trigger the trap. So you want it too wide so your pawns have access to the traps, and also they use this. They go through here to get out to there sometimes.
I got you.
We learning tonight. Wow.
We learning. Alright, so we're gonna convert this guy. We also need a pawn that will now be our moral guide, which will be Ox here. So I'm going to go into social, assign role, moral guide. So Ox is now...
To avoid traps, but enemy is too dumb. Did
Ox,
I get it right at?
Ox is now going to get a higher expectation, and they're going to have more requirements for recreation as well. Right now they only require 3 rec types, and they have very low expectations. Watch this as soon as they get it.
Star.
Expectations went to moderate, and recreation is 4. So now because they have a role, they are going to be less happy, and they require more rec. Some pawns are smart enough to avoid traps. They've introduced that. So we do have the ability to fight them here. And this is where we melee lock them. Yo, Gabrielle, welcome in. Gabrielle, you made it into the colony.
Take it as your colonies knows where the traps are set up, and the enemies doesn't see where it's set up and walk through them.
So we can convert this pawn. They have their own ideology. We don't want to start recruiting them. So remember when you had the base game, you would just recruit a pawn right away. Now I highly recommend, since we're bigots, that you get them converted first and then recruit.
Yay.
He's unconscious, so we can't convert him. Gabrielle, you're our tough crafting pawn. You also got into a relationship with Ox here, and you tried to propose to them, but they turned you down. But you guys are still in a relationship. You still like each other. I think it was just the wrong time. I'm going to keep this caribou now. Eventually, we're going to turn it into food. You can also make some more drums now. Human leather drums sound good, right?
Dirt floor, because you want to keep the value down as much as possible.
Correct. Also, we had flooring here, and I explained that if you have flooring with dirt, every single time they step on the flooring, they transfer dirt to it, making your room dirty, instead of just having dirt. Later on, we'll put flooring in. We're not ready for it yet. Plus, I don't usually like to add flooring until there's a reason for it. Look how happy our pawns are. They don't care that their barracks is awful right now. Ooh, we have the auto pistol. And we have a bolt action. Oh, it's bi-coded. So let's put the bi-coded weapon out here.
Or marry and fight every day. Best of both worlds.
Hopefully not, but sometimes it happens. What are we going down here for? That is an interesting path to come down here and remove flooring. Alright, that went stinky. Romanda!
Thank you for the 8 long months of subscribing.
Thank you so much, Romanda. Appreciate it.
And chat.
Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Man, that is a terrible path to come there. But, wealth management. Diana's rescue. Intellect level 10, 30-year-old. Not so convinced to get you. So, in the base game, I strongly recommend making your prison room impressive because it makes their mood better. But in ideology, if you're trying to convert them away from their ideology, you want them to have a lower mood, because then they're more likely to get converted. In fact, we can try converting them here. We just drop their certainty of their ideology.
Was have 2 prison rooms.
Yep, you can have 2 prison rooms for sure if you want to increase the quickness of it. Or what I like to do is, instead of having 2 prison rooms, is have this dank room and then make it so they're a guest. And I'll show you what I mean by that once we get them to that point. Oh no, a solar flare. We can also start making clothing, so we're going to start that process. Cougar. Oh man, this is actually really bad. We might lose our pawn here. He was way away when this cougar attacked. Run! Oh, he bit you in the arm. You're so lucky you got bit in the arm and not the leg. Alright, you need to tend to yourself. Anyone else have any doctoring? 3, 10. Come on, patch yourself up before you fall over. Good job.
Thank you for the follow, Podge the Hodge.
Yo, Podge. Podge the Hodge. Nice name. We got lucky. If that bite there had been on the leg, there's no way they would have sprinted away that quickly.
Pink skins are proven to attract more predators.
We should probably take a look at our wildlife on the map. So there's a grizzly bear down here we should probably take out. And an Arctic wolf up there right by us. Yeah, let's take that wolf out. And we'll do a hunting party for the grizzly bear too. Alright, let's go get the grizzly. It's going to be an all-day thing. Look, they're already upset with their mood. Okay, I'm going to hold off. We probably would have had a breakdown if I had done that. Now, this bear is already kind of hurt. I'm wondering... Pawns that are moderately okay right now. Asa and yeah, you two. I think the 2 of them could take it out. Crisis of belief. This can be sometimes good, or it's 20-0. They became of a different ideology. So I'm gonna do this. We're gonna make a V, and whoever he goes after is gonna run. Yum, yum, yum. Alright, I think we've gotten rid of the predators on the map. That was a lot of predators we started out with. We're gonna snooze ads because we don't have that much longer to play with. So I will be taking Diago to the vet after this too. See what's going on with him. He hasn't wanted to eat. Yesterday he had like very low energy.
Poop pupper, skeptical smiley face.
Yeah. He even didn't want to eat food. He didn't want to drink anything, but last night he started drinking finally. Oh my goodness, this... Can't wait for you guys to finish getting those done. Lancer, thank you for the hydrate.
Are those colored deposits part of a mod or DLC?
Yeah, it's part of a mod. So here's our mod list. It's part of the Colorblind Minerals mod. It makes it so I can see steel real quick. Here is our compact machinery. Right there is uranium. Here's gold. If there was like a dark blue, okay, this is silver. If there was a dark blue, then it would be plasteel. But we don't have any plasteel. Alright guys, this is where I gotta end for the day. We'll be back on tomorrow with these tribal guys. We did a pretty good start here. We're doing pretty good with our research. We're getting to electricity. That'll be great for winter so that we can get some heaters and stuff going. Let's go ahead and save here. If you're on the YouTube, we can't bring you along with us, but thank you for hanging out.
I have a question. Are you going to use the fabric to make carpets?
So if you've watched my streams, usually it's all about wealth management.
An ending stream.
Carpet's going to add wealth, so no, I'm not going to make carpets. We're going to use the cloth to make parkas because we're on a really cold map. Thank you, Ballins. Appreciate it. Alright, so bye for now, YouTube.
Gonna add beauty too.
Kenneth Yates 1725 says, I usually